All right, what is up? Let's review these trades for Friday, May 27th, 2022. Crazy day today. Usually Fridays, even in this bear market, is always a wild card. Friday, we always seem to have something popping. The past couple weeks, we've always had something go a little bit crazy. Today, we had SIGA again. Solid front side. So from the open price to the top is about... actually, it's only a 10% move, but it looks like it made a massive move. And it might keep going. Might do an ABCD pattern here and then move up towards 1150. I might trade it. I don't know yet. I mean, I'm up solidly on it, $305 on that stock, and then $347 on the day. I was up the highest, $390. Oh, here we go. His little pop here. But I was up. The highest of the day was $390, and I gave back $50 off the top, doing some backside trading on SIGA. I just kept going for a dip here. I went for a dip down here. I went for a dip off VWAP, and just kept getting $15, $20 losses. And then it finally reverses this crazy reversal candle. It traps longs, traps shorts, and then finally makes its move. I think we're going to see 1150. I might have to take a trade. But I'm just so nervous because I'm up so much on the day. I'm happy where I'm at. But there's a potential here. It's already 1040, but there's a potential, we could see more on SIGA. So I'm still debating whether or not I should keep trading. But I'm going to go ahead and review these trades that I made this morning. So finishing the day up 347. Let's look at my intraday P&L. So at the open, I was pretty much break even, and then SIGA, I was just trading that, and I up to 390, 392, something around there, and then I started giving back a little bit. So I don't want to give back too much profits. So that's why, I'm stuck with debating whether or not I should keep trading. And today I actually came back and I was able to get my best week ever by a little bit, by about $10, $15. So it was up over 600 on the week, but then I gave back some profits, and I'm at 589 on the week. So even with that big $380 red day, I'm still at the biggest green week I've ever had. And that just shows you, all of the progress that I've made. In 2021, I was nowhere near where I am now. Barely even $200. I haven't had a $200 week at all in 2021. And then 2020, I just started. But 2022, starting to come in. Even with this $380 red day, I was still able to get the biggest green week ever. If I didn't have that, if I just took that day off, I could be up 900, almost 1,000 on the week. And my God, if I could go back in time and not trade on Wednesday, I would. But, I think part of that day, maybe part of that day I needed it in order to have a day like today. Maybe I wouldn't have this massive green day if I didn't have that red day on Wednesday. Who knows? Maybe I needed to go through that to shift contents in my mind and my mindset to be disciplined and walk away at $340 in profit and not keep trading, or and stay disciplined and stick to my rules. Maybe if I didn't have that red day, I would not be sticking to my rules as well. So maybe that red day was a blessing in disguise, and that's how I usually look at it. And it seems like every time that I have a step back, let's look at every time I step back, I seem to get a little bit better at trading. So here we have a pullback, and I go a little bit higher and pull back, and then I go a little bit exponentially more, stronger on the curve. Every time I have a dip buy, AVDL is ripping right now. Wow. AVDL it's probably one of the best stocks of the day, for sure, percentage-wise. Crazy, wow. I was trading the red to green here, and I completely missed it. Wow. I could keep trading AVDL, Oh man, it looks so juicy right now. AVDL just looks so juicy. Look how juicy that is. Let's look at SIGA is still doing its thing. So yeah, as you can see, every time I had a dip buy, a dip in my P&L, I would, come back stronger, in my equity curve. So just get a little bit steeper every time I had a dip in my P&L. So here, dip, here, dip, stronger, here, dip, stronger, here, dip, stronger, and here's a huge dip, and hopefully, I come back even stronger in proportion. So maybe $300 days are going to start becoming a regular thing. And if I have three $300 days in a week, that's about $1,000 on the week. And $1,000 a week is about, on average, more than I was making at the restaurant. Well, right now is the slow season, so I was barely making $500 a week at the restaurant. During the hot season, I can make up towards $1,500 a week on the hot season, and that's me working 50 hours a week, being exhausted, my body like in pain, and having no time, spending 10 hours at the restaurant at once, pretty much like wasting my entire day or using up my entire day at work. And if I can even just match that income, with trading, it literally gives me like 40 more hours in the week to do whatever I want. And that is a win for sure. Time is way more valuable than money. You can, time you can't get back, but money you can always make it. You can always make money back. So time is way more valuable, and that's why I'm doing this. So that's why a lot of people do this and try to become traders or become successful traders, is because they see that time is the most precious thing that we have. So let's go and review these trades. So this morning I had AVDL, we're looking at it right now. Okay, let's look at SIGA here. It's curling up. I might have to trade this. I'm gonna size way down. I was trading 250. I was trading 500 share positions. You're gonna see on my review, but I'm gonna bring it down to 50. It's just that the volume, you see the volume is downtrending. That's not good going into the high a day. You want it to be spiking up. And so that's why I'm really nervous. I need to have, almost a high a day volume spike. Ah, shit. Didn't even go. Because it didn't gap through. Damn it, I just lost $1. Whatever. It's all good in the hood. Not a big deal. Thank God I was on a small size. I took a really small loss there. But I was really looking for, a gap to 1150, and then after 1150, a push to 1160, 1170, and kind of squeeze out. But it didn't work out that way. So let's, let me re-import these trades here. And see how quick I was to take off that, position. I took my position here. I was actually got filled late. Let's see. 1149. So right under the breakout level. And then it just kind of grew a wick out of the price, out of the candle. Wow, AVDL. Oh my God. It just grew a wick out of the candle and then dumped. So, once I saw that, I immediately closed my position, no questions asked. I really wanted the candle to close above 1150, but it immediately, you could just see the volume not there. And that's why I closed. I was looking for, instant resolution through 1150. AVDL. Wow, this is crazy, crazy, crazy. Do I just start trading this? Just start buying and holding? I don't think so. I think I'm done for today. So let's go through AVDL. Let's look at my trades. So here I took a trade on the bounce off of, for the break of 150, and then I was looking for that move to 158. We never got it, so I closed at break even. Then here at the open, I looked for a red to green move. Here off 161 on the break of the 9 EMA, I was looking for a quick move through the high, like almost a surge, but it just happened too slow. I took this one off for break even, for a small loss, and I added back at 166, for a break of the pre-market pivot, and then up to the high. And this one I was holding a little bit longer, averaged down, took some off for a small loss, and then the rest off for a 5-cent win. That was on 3,000 shares total. So that put me up $30, and that was it. That's all I traded on AVDL. That put me up about $35 on that stock. So base hit. RDBX, I had a couple trades on pre-market, looking for that red to green. I was in a little bit late, and I closed it actually for break even when it broke the high, and then kind of retraced its move a little bit. But it did give some opportunity. At this point, I was trading SIGA, so I missed this, and then it reclaimed the VWAP and the 9 EMA, and then I took a position at 27, looking for a break of the high, looking to add to my position. Took some off quick for a quick profit on this candle here, and then I added back at 34 for the break through the high and took it off on the breakout level. However, that only put me up $6 on the day because it's a really weak breakout. And SIGA is doing its old shakeout. Let's see. Oh, I made about a couple bucks on that. Let's look at this volume profile. Damn, the volume is just not where I really want it to be. Man, I don't know. Imagine if I just held my position from down here and held it for this move at 6%. Percentage-wise, it's not a very good gapper, but it's just giving really good price action. Well, for me, I'm able to maneuver around these false breakouts. I'm able to maneuver around it and actually use it to my advantage to read the sentiment in the market. That's why I always felt comfortable kind of buying into this extended breakout, because it had rejected here, and short sellers, that's where they're looking to stop out. And for it to reclaim this candle and move higher, that's very, very bullish. And so that caused the shorts to squeeze out. And same here. And here as well. I got very aggressive on this candle. Just the volume is still low, so I think this might be it. Really, if it was strong, it would have ripped through, and then the next candle will still be continuously high volume. The next candle would have had this 3-bar play, pullback, micro pullback, 1 minute pullback, and rip again with high volume. So let's go back to where I was here. Oh, SIGA is where I'm reviewing now. So let's look at this. A lot of trades in SIGA. Pre-market, nice front side here. And I was looking for this flat top break. We got a false breakout here, staying patient, and then I added here for the break of this previous false breakout at 1090, and we got a couple cents there. Then I added at 1095 for a push up to 11, and we didn't get it. and that one was a scratch or a small loss. Then here we got a dip buy. I actually added for the reclaim of the 9 EMA. I thought this candle would rip right back up to 11, and we didn't get it, so I took that off for a small loss. And then we move here closer at the open. Here I was looking for that red to green. So we had resistance at 11. That's the area in the back of my mind that I'm looking to break. And so I take a quick scalp here. This candle indecisive. Took it off for a small win. 100 shares. Very low share size because it's still in a range. Pulls back, rips through the VWAP. I actually should have gotten into that, but I wasn't looking at the stock. But that was a great move right there. But so I bought the pullback as it's shown to hold the VWAP. As it's shown to hold the VWAP. Wow. SIGA is testing the highs. I'm not going to trade it. So shown to hold the VWAP, I added at 1058. Took a quick scalp there, 500 shares. Consolidated, and then it broke out. So I was looking for a break of 1078, which was the next pivot point. So I added aggressively into 1076, quite aggressively, 750 shares. Took some off for a quick gain, and then added back as it held the breakout level. And the 9 EMA was catching up to it, and I took, so I was up 1,250 shares. That's a lot for this. That's over a $10,000 position size. That's crazy. That's almost a $13,000 position size. That's the biggest position I've ever taken. Got a couple cents on that. Definitely a little nervous in this area. And then got a pullback towards the 9 EMA. It showed that there was buyers holding off this 9 EMA. Every time it dipped till the 9 EMA, it got bought up. And I was just kind of scalping the range. 2,000 shares. Got 3 cents on that. And then it ripped up off the 9 EMA. Ripped up. So I got the break of, I actually could have held this from this position and held it for the breakout towards 11. That's where I messed up. I could have had a huge day if I held that. 2,000 shares for 20 cents. That's $400. Man, I could be up like $750. It's crazy. But so that didn't happen. But I bought for the break of $11, $10.92, $10.89, and then I added as it held $11, and I was able to take it off for another 3-cent gain on 3,000 shares. It's massive share size, massive share size. But the percent moves was very small, so I sort of, took a good risk approach, risk versus reward approach. Because if I kept with smaller share size, the percent moves weren't that big, so you couldn't really make that much. Then we got a pullback here, and I was looking for a bounce off 11, so I was accumulating at 11, and then kind of like scalping the range here. Here's 4-cent win, 500 shares. Here's a 1-cent win on 500 shares. Here's a 5-cent win on 1,000 shares. That's a quick $50. That's awesome. Here's a small loss actually, because I bought the 1-minute new high, looking for a move through the high, and I got a 7-cent loss on that one on small share size. I don't really like the 1-minute candle to make a new high. I was a little bit, I don't know. I usually always shake myself out because I get in too high, it feels like, before the momentum really hits. Here, 2 cents on 250 shares, still holding a portion. And I start adding into this breakout level, but take it off immediately as it's showing weakness, and I got a 4-cent win on 500 shares. And then I add here on a dip off 11, accumulating off 11, took a 7-cent win on 1,000 shares. Sorry, 750 shares. And then here it starts reclaiming this candle, this false breakout. That's so bullish and holding the 9 EMA, coming in on hot volume. I start adding and adding and adding and adding and take it off for a 6-cent win, 500 shares. Here, first pullback, looking for a break to 1150, but we don't get it. And I took a 2-cent loss on 750 shares. I'm still holding a portion. Added back at 42, looking for that move through 1150, never get it. And I take a sizable loss here. Then this is where it starts. I start to give back profit. So we held the 9 EMA here, looking for another move through 1150, but we just never get that push. And so I start kind of scalping the range here, looking for that move, but we never get it. So I keep taking small losses. Here, dip buy, I was thinking we get a pop back over 9 EMA, didn't get it, small loss. I start sizing down here. You can see, look at, I'm only doing 100 share increments at this point because it's starting to go backside. And, you know, it's getting later in the day. I got to start managing my risk of all the gains that I made from the open. So that's why I'm sizing down here. But this is all backside trading. I didn't need to trade any of this. And I lost, you know, about a good chunk, about $40 or $50 off the top. And if I would have just didn't do any of this, you know, it could be sitting a little bit prettier. Then here we got a nice shakeout. We trapped the longs. Sorry, we trapped the shorts, and then we trapped the longs, and then we finally made its move. And this I started getting into, but it's very small size, 150 shares, pretty much a scratch. Then here we got a false breakout of the $1150 level. This is the trade that I showed you guys, and I think I did show you guys this one. And this one was a small loss, very small share size, 50 shares. At this point, you know, I'm just like kind of really not really worth it to trade because I'm just so small share size. I'm just don't want to get back profits. SIGA pushing. Let's look here. This could be a good move here. This could be a good trade, but I'm just going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. This could be a good trade. Breaks the high. Still low volume. That's some scary stuff. Some very scary stuff. It's 11 o'clock. So, and then my last trade was here through the break of this level. As I was reclaiming this false breakout, so shorts were going to get squeezed, and I took it off for, you know, an $8 profit on small size. Wow, SIGA might keep going, but I'm definitely done trading here. Finishing the day up now, $354, a very, very solid day. I came back and had the biggest week of my career so far. I'm definitely going to have bigger weeks than this. Hopefully I keep breaking new records and sizing up and sizing up and sizing up as I stay consistent. That's the main thing, is just to stay consistent. And if I know that I am consistent, then all I have to do is do the same thing, just on a different share size. And I don't change anything. And that's what I've been doing the past 2 months. And I've been sizing up incrementally. And, you know, as little as 3 months ago, if you told me that I was going to have a $350 day, I would be ecstatic. Like, $350 a day is out of this realm. I mean, even 3 months ago, I couldn't even think of having another $100 day. It took me a year to get my first, from my first $100 day, it took me a year to get my second $100 day. It took me a week to get my third $100 day. And it took me 2 days to have my fourth $100 day. And now I'm having consistent $100 days, and now I'm pushing 200 and 300. Today I almost hit $400 on the day, and you know, in a hotter market, you know, I could be pushing 4, 5, or 6, and even if I size up even more, I can go, you know, it's exponential from there. So I just have to stay consistent, keep doing what I'm doing. When I'm showing consistent gains, I have to push the pedal to the metal and hit on that gas and start taking advantage of hotter markets, because this slow market is so hard to trade and so hard to get green that when the hot market comes around, I have to capitalize it. I cannot be scared to be a little bit of aggressive and size up in a hotter market, because it has to make up for the slow periods. So today was definitely a blessing that we got some moves. AVDL still on that front side. SIGA giving solid moves, good price action. Hopefully this continues next week, but you know, the theme seems to be, you know, during the week it's slow, and then Friday we usually get a couple good winners. So that's good. So that's it for me. Definitely done for today. Finishing up 354 on the day, up maybe about 600 on the week, right around 600 on the week, which is solid. And I hope you guys have a great long weekend. So no trading on Monday, and I'm gonna be taking a vacation with my girlfriend's parents to the beach somewhere else to kind of get away from Miami. So that'll be nice to get away from the crowds and the people and the honking and the heat. So I'm going to be trading next week in a new location. Hopefully that doesn't change any of my results. You know, I'm only going to be trading on my laptop. I'm not going to be at my desk, so I'm going to not have my monitors. And so I've traded just on a laptop before, and I seem to do fine. So hopefully it doesn't impact too much. But that's it. Finishing the day up, 354, and I'll see you guys next week. All right, peace.